Morning and good afternoon, those who are on the other side of the world. It is my pleasure that I welcome you all to the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission's annual global online conference, Interchange. This year, we gather virtually from across the globe to celebrate the transformative power of education, collaboration, and diversity within the Commonwealth family. As we convene in this virtual space, we're reminded of the shared values and aspirations that unite us as members of the Commonwealth community. Your commitment to excellence, to equity, and mutual respect serves as the foundation upon which we build bridges of understanding, and we can create partnerships that cut across geographical and cultural boundaries. This year, the program has been planned to include panel discussions about redefining gender norms, empowering individuals to challenge stereotypes, cultural competence in education, integrating diverse perspectives into the curriculum, career workshops, diversifying leadership session, as well as networking opportunities. I hope some of you were able to join the networking sessions yesterday and made the most out of them. I strongly encourage you to look at the conference program that's in the lobby, and you can save the sessions that you want to attend. This innovative digital networking platform that we're using also enables you to share your contact details and network with the global community of Commonwealth alumni. In the lobby of this conference, at the top left corner, you will find a button that says People, and in there you can send messages and get in touch with other alumni. After the opening session today, I hope you will be able to join us with a panel discussion about inclusive practices for students with diverse abilities in the higher education sector. And without further ado, I would like to welcome Martin Hope, British Council's Global Head for Higher Education, to start the conference. Martin, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mace. And good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I'm delighted to formally open proceedings for Interchange24 on behalf of the British Council, and to welcome all of you Commonwealth alumni, scholars and commissioners to this really important knowledge sharing event, which we hope you'll get a lot from. Alongside the Association of Commonwealth Universities, the British Council is proud to have been involved in supporting the Commonwealth Scholarship Programme for many years. And this year's conference has a focus on inclusive societies, as May said, cultural diversity, disability and gender roles. And it'll feature a mix of panel discussions, skills development and networking sessions. Contributions will principally come from outstanding Commonwealth alumni who have made a significant contribution to equality, diversity and inclusion and the sustainable development goals, both in your home countries, but also impact globally. Today's focus is on disability inclusion. There's a roundtable on inclusive practices for disabled students in the higher education sector. Tomorrow, focusing on cultural competence in education, particularly integrating diverse perspectives into the curriculum. Thursday, very interesting focus on diversifying leadership in the workplace, particularly looking at recruitment practices and supporting career development. And then Friday, the focus is on gender equality and redefining gender norms. And we think that the panels have been carefully curated, and we hope they'll inspire you to continue your work in these areas and consider perspectives you may not have previously considered, and help you and support you to embed EDI in your organisations. Also, of course, to make new connections and develop new ideas to take forward. Now, these themes are fully aligned with the British Council's commitment to EDI, both internally in our culture, our policies and our practices, and also in our external programmes with partners in arts education and English. For example, in our higher education and science partnerships work that I lead on, we have a particular focus on supporting good practice in contributing to the Sustainable Development Goals. And particularly now, we're supporting transnational education partnerships between UK and international organisations, thinking about how such partnerships can widen access and improve the experience and deliver better outcomes for women and for persons with disabilities, for people from lower socio-economic backgrounds. In our scholarships work, we have a programme called Women in STEM, which Women in STEM scholarships, which provides financial support to female students in selected STEM-related fields in higher education. And the reason we do that is because female students' enrolment is particularly low in information and communications technology, natural science, maths and statistics. It's running at about between 3 and 8% for those disciplines. So our Women in STEM scholarship programme supports more women into those disciplines. In our Alumni UK programme, which supports UK graduates after they have left UK education, as part of our alumni programme, we also have just selected some SDG ambassadors who will energise our alumni network to support and promote the Sustainable Development Goals. And as part of that, we have SDG ambassadors for SDG 4, inclusive education, SDG 5, gender equality, 8, decent jobs, 10, addressing inequality, and 13, climate change. So we have a real focus in our alumni network of celebrating alumni's contribution to the SDGs, but also generating new ideas. As Commonwealth scholars, you are outstanding alumni of UK universities, and you have your own dedicated alumni group, which this event is for. But of course, you're also welcome to join the wider UK alumni programme. Commonwealth scholars are you are all very special people, and I think 31,000 people, I was reading information about the scholarships programme, 31,000 people have taken up Commonwealth scholarships or fellowships since 1960. And during that time, the scheme has evolved considerably, and we're very proud to have been a small part of it. We're very much aware that global alumni include highly influential and notable figures, prime ministers, cabinet ministers, Nobel Prize winners, academics, diplomats and leaders in major NGOs and businesses. And of course, the scholarships are funded by the UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, with the aim of contributing to the UK's international development aims and wider overseas interests. We're very pleased to have been working closely with the Association of Commonwealth Universities on the Commonwealth Scholarship Programme for many years, and also, of course, in other areas, because we do share common interests, common objectives and a mission with ACU. So recently we produced together some research showcasing the contribution of higher education to the Sustainable Development Goals. And we've also worked closely on climate action cohorts over the last few years. So I'm really delighted that this partnership is strong and ongoing. And it gives me great pleasure now to be able to introduce Miranda Thomas, who is the Senior Responsible Officer for the Commonwealth Scholarships Programme at the Association of Commonwealth Universities. Miranda, thank you very much for your partnership in this programme and many other programmes. And I'll now pass over to you to give your opening welcome.
Thanks so much, Martin. That's very much appreciated. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all of you. It's great to be with so many of you today from so many parts of the Commonwealth. On behalf of the Commonwealth Scholarships Commission, I'd like to thank all of those at British Council who've put this event together, to my colleagues from the Association of Commonwealth Universities who are involved, to the speakers taking part, and of course to you attending, thank you and a warm welcome. First of all, I'd like to share apologies from our chair, Professor Robin Mason, who was supposed to be giving this address, but unfortunately had to be called away at the last minute, so I will be standing in. We're very proud of the role that the Commonwealth Scholarship Commission has played over many decades to enable outstanding scholars from across the Commonwealth to further their skills, abilities, and potential to make a real and lasting difference in their home countries. As Martin said, we've now had over 31,000 Commonwealth scholars since that first group of 175 arrived in the UK back in 1960. From that point, each scholar has been selected because of their ability and their potential, and because of their commitment to making a real difference in their communities, countries, and regions through the impact of their work. They are selected for the benefits that they bring to UK universities and the UK more broadly. Our scholars are outstanding individuals who bring and share their knowledge and skills, bringing knowledge and diversity to our university campuses. You, our alumni, are what the Commonwealth Scholarship Programme is all about, and we are incredibly proud of you. Looking ahead, this is a really important year for the Commonwealth, as you all know. It's the 75th anniversary of the Commonwealth as a whole, and amazingly, it's also the 65th anniversary of the Commonwealth Scholarships Commission, or CSE. We'll be celebrating both throughout the year, so please do look out for CSE events. The theme of this year's Interchange events is Inclusive Societies, focusing on cultural diversity, disability, and gender roles, and this is so central to CSE's mission. We base our scholarship allocations on 6 themes, and one of those is access, inclusion, and opportunity. One of our objectives is to make sure that our programmes promote equity and inclusion, reward merit, and deliver widespread access, especially to those from disadvantaged backgrounds. As part of the commitment to widening access to the scheme, and in line with the UN Universal Value Principle 2, leave no one behind, this year we've been running what we call a time-limited programme of professional fellowships on LGBT rights in the Commonwealth. If you go to our website, you can read about that, but also about the work of fellow alumni doing amazing things to support inclusive societies. You can read about Vijay Sital Pillai and his work championing girls' education in Afghanistan, or Dr. Agini's research investigating the relationship between sexual minority status and adverse mental and physical health in Nigeria, and Hezron Oshieng explaining the importance of equity and inclusion in delivering sexual and reproductive health and family planning information and services for marginalised communities in Kenya. These few examples give an excellent sense of another key aim of CSE, to enable positive change across the Commonwealth through the impact of our scholars and fellows. I'm sure that before long, we will be reading about your work, the work you're doing to improve inclusion and diversity in your regions and countries, if we aren't already. But without your continued engagement with the Commission, we can't tell these stories. Without these stories, we can't demonstrate the great impact that we all know the CSE has. And without demonstrating that impact, we can't win the case to expand scholarships that the CSE can offer, which of course is always something we are looking to do. We are absolutely committed to continuing to support you as alumni of the CSE through events like this, opportunities to network, the Commonwealth Scholarships News magazine, local alumni events, and so on. And even better, membership of the CSE Alumni Network is free. What we ask in return is that you remain engaged and active as alumni and give us the opportunity to tell your story. Without your engagement and experience, the CSE can't demonstrate the great impact that we all know the programme has. I would love it if we could feature case studies of some of you on the CSE website before too long. Before I close, I must acknowledge the generous support of the UK Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, the sponsor of the programme, without whom we could not award any scholarships at all. In closing, a few words on the event. Please make the most of the Interchange platform to connect and collaborate, to share and challenge ideas, and to celebrate the work of Commonwealth Scholars and Alumni in addressing and seeking to solve the development challenges the world faces. And we know they are numerous and very, very challenging, and we need to pull together to address them. The conference is an opportunity for the global CSE community to meet, to network, and attendees should challenge themselves to connect with someone from a different country and region, a different discipline, different subject area, and to learn something new. As with all of these things, you'll get out as much as you put in. So please take the initiative, engage, and make as many new contacts as you can. The challenge we're setting you is to make at least 50 new contacts over the next few days. So please let us know how you get on. The next panel is entitled Cultural Competence in Education, Integrating Diverse Perspectives into the Curriculum, which just sounds brilliant. So I do encourage you to log back on in around about half an hour, 10:30 GMT time, to join us for that. So I'll just finish by saying thank you so much for attending. I hope you get an enormous amount out of this event, and please do stay in touch. Thanks so much, and goodbye.